keep your energy up. So guys, I'm gonna let y'all know something straight up. Alright, straight up. On this path to becoming a god, on this path to becoming a god, on this route, it's not gonna be easy, man. You might fall sometimes. You might fall sometimes. It's just that it's just not easy. It's not easy. Someone just come and just tell you that, he just in one day he just never did it again, or he just, it was as simple as that. Just comes and makes up a simple explanation from level 1 to level 2 or level 3. It's not easy, guys, but the most important thing is that you keep on forging on. You keep on fighting on like a soldier, like a Spartan, like a warrior. No matter how many times you fall to the ground, no matter how many times you are beaten down, you rise up, you stand up again, and you forge ahead. You stand up and you forge ahead again. That's what really makes you strong. That's what really makes you strong. And if you're finding yourself, reverting back to some old habits, like, once in a while, maybe you don't do it, as frequently as you did it before, because now you've been concerned, you've seen how much of a detriment, like, this thing is causing it and can cause your health, You try to do it as few times as possible. It might be masturbation addiction, but first off, and I know there are things that can really trigger that. Sometimes loneliness, sometimes loneliness, you just being alone. But first off, of course, you've got to try not to go into the habit again of doing those things that you're trying to break free from, like those things that you've been walking away from for quite some time. You're journeying towards leaving those things behind. Of course, you've got to fight, because sometimes the temptation is going to come. So many things might trigger temptation. It might be depression, it might be fear, it might be anxiety, it might be the troubles of life, disappointments, things like that, man. You can't let those shits get to you. It might be loneliness, like I said, or like solitude, like you're just on your own. It might be when you're alone that all those thoughts come and you want to delve into it, but you've got to wage war against those things. You've got to wage war against those things. You've got to be mentally strong. You've got to be mentally strong. You can use the Bible too. The Bible says that a righteous man may fall 7 times, but he will rise up again. So, like I said, on the path to becoming a god, it's not easy, because we are mortals, we are humans, we are in our flesh. We've got emotions, we've got passions, we've got lusts that we're trying to break free from, if you have them. Or if you don't have them, people have them, so. And normally what happens is you fall, and then let's say, for example, masturbation, you spill your milk excessively. What happens is, what the next thing that might likely happen, or things that likely happens after that, is you feel weak and everything, and you just give out your semen, a lot of them, you're gonna feel weak, and that will affect your energy. Definitely, it's going to reduce your energy, your strength, your presence is going to be a little bit diminished. especially when it's not something you like. So, like I said, sometimes falling on your way to becoming a god is inevitable. But what matters is that you rise up as soon as possible. You rise up as soon as possible, man. No one here is perfect, and you're not doing it for any damn body. You're not doing it for girls. You're not doing it for anybody. You're doing it for yourself because you want to be a better person. You don't want your energy to be low. You want to have a high energy, and you don't feel bad about yourself. Like you don't want to lose a lot of nutrients. You don't want to waste your nutrients for basically nothing. So of course, yes, you're gonna try and keep that in. You're gonna try and talk that sperm in to try and suppress it, press it back in. No matter the kind of condition you are in. Let's say you've started doing it already, and you are in the heat of it already. All right, try and hold it, press it, and stop it in between your but if it doesn't work, you need self-control. There's a technique to actually withdraw your semen back to stop yourself from releasing. But if eventually you tried and a little came out or something, there's every tendency for you to just let me deposit everything and pour everything. But rather than doing that, you can leave that little one that's come out, knowing that it's not everything that came out, just a little part of your energy, and probably after that depression will set in. So what do? You work out, you eat, you do something, you try to get your energy back up, you try to compensate for that lost energy, no matter how small it is that's gone. You work out, you lift weights, do things. Not just eating. Eating alone is not enough to revitalize you back. It's not enough to supply you energy back, to replace the lost energy. It's not enough. You need to work out too. So you've got to keep the ball rolling, guys. Every single time you've got to keep the ball rolling. Even if you fall, you stand up again. You stand up and keep pushing on, man. You keep on pushing on, and follow your heart, bro. Follow your heart. Follow that voice inside of you, that is trying to direct you, that is trying to help you to not do those things, so you don't get into a situation where you don't get into a depressing situation where after you've come, for example, and you feel bad. So if you fall, our prayer is not that we fall, but if we fall, you rise up again as soon as possible, and then you try to get that energy back up. Thank you, guys. 𝐷𝐿𝐴 signing out.